numbers that are put up in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, we don't. Well, Vladon, I feel like when we're talking about a complete player, Vladon is the closest one to a complete player on this side of Drama, right? He's one of these people that a couple of years ago I could swear would just make their way into the tier 1.5 circuit at least, you know, get picked up by a team like Fnatic, ENCE, OG, that type of vibe, Heroic maybe. I think he's always been a very solid anchor. He's always been very reliable, one of the highest quality players that have come out of Serbia in the last couple of months, maybe in the last couple of years as well. Unfortunately, he hasn't really been able to land himself on a very stable project for a longer period of time. With that being said, though, now he's on Drama, and now they are on Dust2. Opening kill already going in favor of Mivu, and out long they go.
Oh, good kill over here for ragga as well to at least bring it back. Ragga is doing that dirty little dance over here at Car. And while that smoke over towards Car will continue to bloom overhead, it's Shoaib left alone 1 versus 3. He's being asked to perform in an impossible situation, and as he jumps down under, Dimaj is already going to be ready for the backstab with the dualies.
Yeah, so one of the main things, if you are someone that hasn't really watched HYPERSPIRIT in a while, this is a team that has a lot of pure firepower, right? We could be expecting the side of Drama to be trying to play a little bit cleaner, maybe tactical Counter-Strike. HYPERSPIRIT are not playing bad though, and they do have a lot of very, very sharp players. So Adron obviously is the IGL. Ragga, who used to be on Nexus, is oping here. And since the start of this year, they've already played 70 maps. And Adron, even though he is calling, has been putting on some very, very decent numbers on the board. You've got, of course, Ragga chokered out with Dima being the more aggressive players when it comes down to the T sides. And then on CT, it is Ragga with Yob that is just dominating the server alongside Chokerdao, who's been put in a lot of these star roles. But they are a bunch that knows how to aim. That's the best way to describe it. Dima's Deke is very mean. Yeah.
That's not that mean though.
That's not a Deagle. That's not a Deagle.
Yeah, good clarification. Good clarification over here. Ragga, though, he wants to come through with a clarification that he's got mean written all over him. The problem is, I don't know if I know how to read. Choiv is the only healthy player remaining for Drama. And he's the one unaffected by the Gauss. And unafraid of the T. I think it's a little bit egotistical to call yourself star players. Not just one, but I am multiple star players. But hey, maybe he can make it work.
Maybe you could. So far, HYPERSPIRIT have been making it work. Of course, one of the teams that did participate in the BC Game Masters Championship. They got a 2-1 win over Ecstatic. Wins on Mirage and Anubis, lost to Nuke, and they played a 3-mapper against the Gentlemates, which was interesting. They lost on Anubis after having a very tough start, but then they won on Nuke, and they had a pretty competitive affair on Ensign. So, as of right now, HYPERSPIRIT, especially when it comes down to LAN, this is a very dangerous team from what I've seen.
Deep grenade. There's one, there's two, but Shoaib is delivering a couple of quick deagles as well. So far, it's been a little bit of mincemeat. As Drama continually being put down. Ricardo receiving a fair bit of damage with that deagle, has to be very careful. Look, Miwo still has a chance over here if he had got that frag onto Dima. 4-star rotations back to A from Adron as well. This would have been a done deal pretty much. Now instead he is relying on a losing battle where Dima gets a chance to peek in whenever he wants. And Adron returns back to B.
Joe should be going into his def any time now. That's a nice shot. That might actually give him a bomb plant here. And he's got a rifle to pick up, Joy. All right, hold on a second. A 1 versus 3, Deagle clutch with the 4K he spotted him out. The 1 deke is what he needs, and the wall bang comes in from Dima. That was a very valiant effort out of Choi, though.
It's moments like this which make you think back to that previous map of Dust2 and you realize how many ways things can still go wrong for the favorite team. Such good shots out towards the end. The CTs are going to be put in a position where they've deeply invested in. Drama have a chance to reset the HYPERSPIRIT economy if they're able to eliminate all 5 players. Ted, can we be given another crash course on how to pronounce Deutska again?
It should be Deutsche.
Deutsche? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're back in it.
Yeah.
Deutsche. Like, leaving mid empty over here like this for HYPERSPIRIT is certainly a choice. They're trying to reinforce their bomb sites, but not really realizing that's not where the attack is coming in from. Miro will get the better of Chicardo. Smoke off mid to B and move back over for short control with Ragga to pop open that smoke. They'll at least be alerted about that possibility. Ragga can now move back to smoke off short, but he's alone even if he's ready.
This has to be a mid to B still. This is just a fake into or short, surely. Especially after the break of the smoke. They know the CTs had some vision and they didn't see anyone. They are taking a very long time though. 45 seconds. They still have that one player in towards the tunnels. One smoke. And that's on Nobsy. A stand-in for Vladan, of course.
Free smoke, and you're right about this one, Ted. It's going to be a recommitment back towards that B bomb site. Adron star players are still doubling up. They've managed to get themselves 3 big kills, and with Dima interrupting the progress of the bomb, it's suddenly a 1 versus 2 for Andrix. Really a 1 versus 1. Has to take down Dima. Very little else. Op is there for Ragga. Will take the peak initially. Dima goes in through the incendiary. Ragga had no choice but to hit the shot, and he even threads the needle to find the head.
This is massive. This is absolutely massive out of HYPERSPIRIT. This is probably a round that they shouldn't have won. The contact out middle doesn't work. You have the high-low. Everyone's hitting their shots. It doesn't really feel like Drama are calling a bad T side, right? But it feels like they're getting out-skilled in some of these moments. Just getting out-aimed. Also, the fact that you're not playing with Vladan. You have the stand-in of Nobsy. That's also a bit of a handicap.
Yeah.
Of course, Nobsy. Actually, now updated, part of the team.
Oh.
On HLTV, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Question marks, perhaps?
I mean, some, that's for sure. He was playing on Algo before that, but apparently Vladan's not here anymore.
I guess there is drama after all. Oh.
Or he got picked up by another team.
That's very dramatic.
Oh yeah.
Drama doesn't have to be between people. It can also just be the dramatic buildup of a legend in the making.
Sure.
I've watched enough movies where the basketball player does basketball things and dunks down and looks cool. Those are all classified as dramas on Netflix. Jump up into short for me. Well, he'll find this a little bit contested from a deep line that Ragga is holding. Ragga's been impressive so far. 6-1, immutable. Molotov gives the cover that Miwo was really looking for. Ragga, almost gets taken out of there. Cute play from Shoaib, actually, not Miwo. Maybe it was Miwo, but it's a cute play regardless. Spots out the scalps again and again. Is it going to be enough? HYPERSPIRIT. Chocardo's covering off the cross. He'd love to have a flashbang to help, but instead he's going to do it old-fashioned. Big damage out onto Deutsche as well, and with 2 players out towards the B-bomb side, that's big.
Yeah, it's absolutely massive, and Adron, he's going to be able to finish off what Chocardo started. Star players with another one. Adron finally goes down, but they still have star players to worry about in towards the card, and it's a straight-up 1v1, and it's one that's the star players win. Choiv, another 1 versus 3, this time with an AK in hand, but he's been left without teammates. And Demon's just toying with him, finally shut down, but with 15 seconds, it's all about the save. He might try and sprint in towards that short part of the map, but there's already a player here. It's Ragga with the Ultra. He doesn't have the time for a bomb plant, even if he was to get the kill.
Never a good moment when you're forced to save an AK. While the rest of your team is left without the money necessary to buy up in the next round. 0-5 start of a half a drama. And the fact that this is, if I'm not wrong, their own map pick dead, it's not particularly reassuring. Setup is asking for a pop out into B, but a deep grenade is making quick work of them. This is going to be a lackluster B hit, and star players will use it as a highlight reel instead.
All right. I must admit, Mamoon, I was expecting Drama to be able to put up a little bit more of a fight, and they have been trying to, but it really has been difficult to deal with star players when he's shooting that way. They're just getting mowed down. Welcome to the meat grinder, I guess. And if that's your map pick, you're not really feeling anyone would hope for map 2. Choiv left all alone. It feels like these rounds are just starting and being ended so quickly. And star players will put an end to it. That was a full investment coming out of the Serbian side. Couldn't get a single kill, sadly. Is someone watching?
That's what I'm really confused about that second screen. You're like, what's going on?
That was a... I'm pretty sure that was a bagel, like a croissant advert. And it's... I know it because it's... I think it is a croissant that we have in Bulgaria as well, and they have it in Romania too.
I mean, dude, does he just have TV playing? Because he's like, well, I get bored, man, when I die. That surely can't be a thing.
I have no clue. Maybe he doesn't live alone, and you know, he's playing.
And someone just like tuning in from the other room, just watching through a window with earphones on or something ridiculous.
Possible. I don't know.
That would be wild. Well. Chocardo is going to be forcing himself off in a way. Dima keeps an eye out for long, just in case there's going to be anyone pushing through. actually pop out on the smoke as they're going to start to reroute back to B. Oh, Stop Players has had his head taken clean off, and Adron, who's looking for a spray transfer, ends up being victim number 2. This is suddenly going to be a HYPERSPIRIT who are forced to move back and save. There's no way for them to break into the B-bomb site.
All right.
Time to defuse.
Yeah, need a little bit of pistol magic. It's just a hard-bite that does the job with the Tech 9s. You close in the distance, you're able to, I guess, surprise them in a way. I mean, hey, does it provide a solution to the global problem? Probably not, but is it a step in the right direction? It definitely is. At a certain point, you just need a round on the board, right? You just need something to get you going. It has been a very difficult T side to get into. All right. How many rounds can you get on that T-side drama to make the finish a little bit more dramatic? That was a very much low-hanging fruit.
It's okay. Drama's been looking for low-hanging fruit all game long and they can't find it. Ted, this is the first time they've found it. And to be fair, it's a force by win, so I don't even know if I'd classify that as a particularly low hang. Turns out
now
HYPERSPIRIT have got some pretty big
advert
treats.
in the background. What is going on?
Bro, it's insane. Like, is this like the equivalent of, you know how for your generation people just put on like random video games and things so that you actually keep attention?
This is not for my generation. Just to let
22.
you know. This is for the next generation. No, I'm not 20. I'm 24. I'm turning 20. I'm turning 25 this year, Moon.
Big man, Ted. Big man.
I'm entering Unk status.
Ted, I by that classification, I've been Unk status for a very long time now. Don't laugh with pity. Just so
you know, I've never been a TikTok guy. That's why I'm saying it's not my generation. I don't embrace that.
That's what they all say.
That is true. We do like lying through our teeth.
Yes.
Drama have a bit of an issue right now. All 5 of them are out long. The CTs have the entirety of the map. They know exactly what's going on, and they have a little bit of view to even delay them. Demon's playing ahead of the smoke. Needs to be careful not to get spammed through, or for the smoke not to get broken. There is an Ope as well looking for something. Dima. He is walking on ice right now, but he will get that smoke replenished. Does that give it away?
I mean, the plan over here is surely to re-Molotov back out car. Dima's putting himself in a very precarious position, but with ragga coming through and coming alive, they don't trend out a car molly. Dima's in the perfect spot over here, picks up one, hides himself away, no reason to peek back in, and when he does it, Andrix gets a chance to come back into this round. It's still a 2 versus 4 though, and with star players setting up for the flank and a double peek from the CTs with verticality involved, it's 8-1 for HYPERSPIRIT. They're feeling comfy.
Yeah, they really are. And I mean, it was very easy to feel comfortable, right? You have the entire map, you've blocked them in towards long, you don't see anyone in towards the tunnels, in towards the middle, you just knew exactly what was going on. It was very easy to keep them contained. A bit of lack of creativity out of the T side, it feels like. Maybe picking up the pace, trying something a bit quicker could be the way to go. Ragga. He's thinking about it. Really is. When does he go? Well, he's just gonna wait for Deutsche to run down right into his crosshair. Another molly, another nade. They're getting bombarded by utility right now, Drama. Mid flash will force Ragga out of the angle. This is well done, but he's just gonna go for more. He's beating the Molotov.
This is shocking. Ragga can even go in for another one because of how good he's feeling. 13-2. And he'll finally be taken down, but Andrix feels like he's trying to hold a candle to the sun. No level of SPF will protect you from what Ragga is bringing to the table. But the A-bomb site feels particularly dark. There's been a shadow cast over it. Maybe Drama can find some solace inside it. pop. Chicardo misses out pretty much every single bullet, but the HE will help him make up for what he lacked. Still, with the T side not picking up a kill, Chicardo being able to stay alive, this is going to be a very difficult post plant. CT still have themselves flashes and incendiaries. Adrian pushes through, gets them both, and HYPERSPIRIT will keep 4 alive.
I mean, I guess it's job well done to get the bomb planted, but at this point, does that really provide a silver lining, or is it just another part of getting destroyed? ragga just single-handedly dismantled them in towards middle. Look at that. Just decided, you know what, I don't even want to run through that Molotov and lose so much of my HP. I'll keep on fighting. Didn't realize Atron didn't stop spraying. It's actually quite impressive. He's able to get the second kill with a headshot. 9 rounds on the CT side. It feels a little bit weird seeing that type of a one-sided matchup, doesn't it? Because we've had such close maps and games all day long, and HYPERSPIRIT are just running over Drama right now. It is a bit of a switch up. Of course, this is just the opening game, so it's not elimination on the line for either one of these teams. Astro is waiting for them in the winners matchup for Group D. That's going to be played on Friday, and we did get an official confirmation on a change for the schedule for tomorrow, meaning we're going to have 3 best of 3s again on the 27th. So we're going to be going between groups.
Star players waiting for a push that seems inevitable. So the Molotov to displace him, Deutza has forced him back into a smoke, which he'll barely get away from, because even his own player is trying to pop open the smoke to get a sight line out on the top middle, and that could have been risky. But Dima and Chicardo are going to be the players called upon. Good kill over here from both top players and ragga. You've got to be joking me. HYPERSPIRIT are looking untouchable.
They're looking unstoppable. That's what they're looking. They're looking ready for a quick 2-0. It's like they've been waiting here for a couple of hours to play this game, and they're like, well, might as well play some DM, warm up, go into it in good spirits. And they really are in good spirits right now. Drama barely able to put up a fight. You've got what, 9, 16, 21 kills in 11 rounds over your entire team.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
Well, Star Players is feeling pretty ideal right now as well. But what's even more ideal is the fact that we've got all of these different supplies and partners for Lorgar across Latvia, across Lithuania, Estonia. We've got so many partners. All of them are coming up on your left. It's Click for Estonia, Topus and Trust for Lithuania, and Baltic Data for Latvia. Make sure that you're checking it all out as Lorgar comes through with your solutions for streaming, gaming, and sim racing ready to play.
Drama might be able to use some... They might take advantage of some Lorgar PCs and stuff that's ready to play, because they need anything in order to be ready to play right now.
Listen, man, Lorgar gives FPS, not miracles.
Hey, man, sometimes all you need is FPS, you know? Maybe it helps.
It's
It didn't
true.
help me. It didn't help me. That's a lie. I mean, it did to some extent.
And to be fair, they've got anger management things as well, like we saw earlier on, so yeah.
Yeah. Oh, anger management definitely helped me when I was a teenager. Yeah, that would have been useful.
I believe it.
Yeah, I was tilting a little bit. Now I'm very calm.
You seem like it.
Thank you. 11-1. First round converted. We can have a... Yeah, it's pretty cool. 1-1-1. Aesthetic. Nice!
Deutza.
All right, Deutza. This is probably the first time we've seen some kind of life out of a player of Drama.
It's okay.
That
We don't
USB
address it.
double kill. Yeah. Where's Henry when you need him the most to just say he finally does something? He's finally done it. Finally.
Joy.
Surely they win the round. Deutsche put up such an effort, such a shift with the double middle. Oh no.
With the mid to B smoke, Miro starts to move out of position. Don't say boys, it's Shoiv, and he's not going to be one of the boys at all over here. 3 versus 2 while the bomb's being planted. Nopsy coming in from perhaps the most expected angle over here. He's got no other choice in the matter. Reconvening from the T side, peeking him down. Adron will be traded. Andrix left alone 1 versus 1. Dima has been impeccable. 12-1 for HYPERSPIRIT. And have we found a scoreline that seems impossible to contest?
Yeah, it should be irreversible, should be inevitable. Although I've said that already today and I've come to regret it. I don't think there is a possibility to be proven wrong with this. They really need a pharmacy right now, Drama.
I don't think that one's open.
Doesn't seem like it.
Maybe that's why they picked Dust2 to try and find a quick band-aid. But it feels like they'll need a tourniquet instead.
Yeah, it feels like all their hopes have been turned to dust. Hey. Woohoo. Or like a boohoo. HYPERSPIRIT just running them over, and it's not even their map pick. It's not even the map that they wanted to play into this one. And they have been getting away with basically anything. Mid control established. B-lurk smoke deployed, putting some pressure onto the B player, making sure that Deutsche will have that to the back of his mind. Scal does go for a bit of a cheeky peek. He's got another player in towards middle. That's going to be Mevo playing behind the doors. He's going to get mollied out.
Not a good day to be cooked alive for Mevo.
At least he's alive, but the short play is coming.
Shoiv, you done messed up in that last one. Right now, he's got a chance to make up instead of mess up, and 3 quick kills with a 5-7 will certainly give you that access point. Remember, 2 players are still low. Shoiv and Deutsche aren't feeling particularly good, and Dima's been the man who has been particularly great. 5 HP, rather 2 HP, is hardly a recipe for success though, and Deutsche jumping scout, no scope kills him. 12-2 as Drama will find his second round off of a second force by win.
That was well done by Choif and the player in towards long right. The IGL just hidden towards the back of the box, waiting for the first contact to be taken by Nopsy. Then he goes for the peek and claims a double. Even the third towards the end, going absolutely nuclear with the 5-7 Choif. And HYPERSPIRIT looking to maybe potentially close things out with a B-pop. This is a good call out of Drama though. They're ready for this. We've got 3 players here.
Ragga. Down and out. Deutsche. Another one added. And this force buy from HYPERSPIRIT is not finding the same success that every other round seemingly has had.
I mean, it's a bit unfortunate because they don't even have the money to get the Tech 9s, right? It's utility and P2 fitties, so they can't even run properly and just headshot people while they're at it. Need to stop a little bit more, counter strafe, look for very clean entries. Ooh. Nice find out of star players. Choif there to shut him down. That's the 3rd round on the board. And that was a full buy for HYPERSPIRIT, by the way. So Drama will potentially get 1 more on the board against the full eco. And this does matter, right? This is your map pick. At this point, it looks like a very dire situation. And all of us can see that. But it does really matter if you're able to get a couple rounds towards the end, get your hopes up a bit, the confidence going into map number 2, which is notoriously known to be one of the best maps of HYPERSPIRIT.
It's something to talk about at the very least. deep HE from Choiv is going to be juicy, and Dima is finding himself squeezed. Incendiary will divorce ragga and star players, but at the very least they're able to get one kill between the two of them before separation. Now overrunning is Chucardo. Picks up the M4, full HP. Man coming in from behind. If he can get a quick kill, then that'll be all the more value, but flashbang will never be used unless it's a quick double dink, which it's not. Deutzer was always going to get the better of him.
All right. I've just realized they are boot camping Drama. There are some players of some teams playing from the same place, and I think it's a mix, actually. Ooh, look at the lower push. Ragga's waiting for it.
Choiv and Mibu. Oh, Choiv is gone. Mibu's spotted out as well. Feels like inevitable death coming through for him, and he's realized that as well. With 3 players on the other side, he was hoping for a maximum of 2. Creep and crawl. Deutzer. Spots out the leg. It's not on time, and Ragga will get the better of him. Trade is there. Nopsy doubles. Bomb on the ground. 2v2. Adron looking for a player he assumed would be closer to the door than not. That window thoroughly unexpected.
That smoke nearly...
yeah, that smoke was almost baller.
It actually did make Nopsy turn around. They did gather up and towards middle because of that smoke, because it makes it look like he was thinking about doing something around there. Dima might be able to cross towards the bomb side. Even better.
Oh.
Without getting spotted. Andrix, seen him. Gotta be careful. That was risky. I was just gonna say, if Andrix goes down to Dima, he was the high HP player. That could have been dangerous, but instead it's Drama to win a 5th round.
I mean, even if Andrix doesn't go down, if Dima's able to get the spot cross through and the blunt, that would have been very dangerous as well. Flashes galore, and HYPERSPIRIT will be taking their time with this one. Force buy that, the half buy that could bear fruit. We've already seen Tech9s fight so much today. Ooh. Oh, missed shot from Deutzer.
Short pop coming out. Another moment for Choiv and Nopsy to try and step up. Flashes go high.
Big grenade.
Yeah, good damage. Still, the Tech9s are closing in on the distance. You gotta be careful. We need a multi-kill out of someone, and you have lost Choiv. Nopsy's out of ammo, and he's gone down. They're running through the smoke. They're just getting blasted by the Tech9s. And it's Deutzer in a 1v4. Ult to the USB, to the ult, back again. Missed shot, star players with a punish. And it's HYPERSPIRIT to put an end to that Dust to a 13-5. It is the pistols out of all weapons to put insult to injury.
Look, maybe to be expected after the way things were going. most of the wins coming out for the drama side as well came off the back of pistols. So hey, what's another pistol going the other way around as well? That's of course map number 1, but the idea that map number 1 was...
I think we did see some potential from Andrix, Deutz, and Mivu, but we didn't see it go the full way, to full extent, right? And this is what you need a little bit more of if you are to win.
So you need 3 players to pop off, the IGL to continue performing the same as he did, win the pistol rounds and the conversion rounds, don't forget those, because that can be a cursed monkey otherwise. Would you like some fries with that?
I think they would, yeah. They pretty much enjoy it. Hey man, beggars can't be choosers, you know. We have a saying in Bulgaria, I don't think I've told you that. When you don't have fish, a crab is also a fish.
Right, but when you don't have fish, don't ask for a shark.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Well, let's see whether or not Drama can find a shark in this ocean. Or if HYPERSPIRIT are the ones who will smell blood in the water. First one through, ragga gets taken down. Nopsy quick on the kill, and Miwo does the same. Nopsy is feeling himself coming into Mirage. Of course, for anyone who's watching right now and wondering where is Vladen, well, we wondered the same thing. Nopsy is the replacement for Vladen over here for Drama Esports.
All right. Pistol round secured. Deutz is smiling, which is, I guess, a positive sign. At least someone is having fun on the side of Drama. Uiko coming out for HYPERSPIRIT. As we said, it's been a bit of a mixed rally on Mirage for HYPERSPIRIT lately. They did beat Ecstatic 13-10, but before that they played Ecstatic, Aim Club, CS Delete, and they lost to all of them. There was a 13-8 win over Aim Club. Before that again, losses to Ecstatic, Astro, FlyQuest, and Eternal Fire. Now a lot of these games on LAN, and a lot of these games to pretty decent teams. They've only this year played over 18 Mirage maps. 18 is actually the exact number. This is number 19. A lot of Mirages. A lot of them.
A lot of illusions. Drama's taking the time to make sure they don't run into a stack or any problems of the sort. Full execute out onto the A-bomb site. It will feel painfully like a dry run.
The jungle smoke.
And maybe, listen, this is what dry runs are for.
Sure.
Now they know.
Yeah.
Who forgot the jungle smoke, guys? Come on.
Oh, it was Deutz. Yeah, he was the one that was throwing the util. We know that.
Do you know which player it is who's watching the soap operas?
Who's watching the what?
The soap operas on his second TV.
All right. Yeah, it's Star Players.
Okay.
Yeah, but the TV's out now. He's turned
Is
it
it?
off.
Okay, I didn't see. Okay, I didn't see that. All right. All right, guys, we lost 2 rounds. I gotta play serious now.
Yeah.
Ted, do you know if players are allowed to listen to music?
Turn off your telenovela.
Just imagine. Ragga's going to take that initial peek over here, but he might be overrun. Miwo wants to accelerate, but he's worried about a player playing back from Ninja. It's going to be 2 pushing into A main, however, which is a real problem. And as Andrix is finding himself cornered through, it's a 1-for-1 that the CTs are more than content with. It allows them space to rotate star players back in from CT, but Ragga is putting his rifle away for no good reason. Chicardo is next in the ground, and with the B-bomb site being liberated, it is going to be star players who regrets his rotation.
I'm not really sure if Ragga really wanted to jiggle Palace there. That was a weird decision, knowing that they could be going up connector, knowing that his teammate has pushed in towards the ramp. He either plays a more passive angle or he just stays in the cubby and doesn't move in hopes they don't clear him out. The Palace jiggle is just, okay, if you're going up con, you can see me. If you're going out Palace, chances are it's a 50-50 fight. So he was putting himself in a bit of a weird spot there. It wasn't a bad reaction with the push in towards the round, but they couldn't make it work. And this is a 3-0 start in favor of Drama. Things already looking much better. in comparison to the first map.
Which isn't saying much, but it's a promising start for sure. With the gun round being won, conversions being found, the gun round win feels like the fries they asked extra with this meal. This is likely going to end up being a 4-0 start, maybe even 5 if HYPERSPIRIT make mistakes with their economy over here.
Is the top mid smoke in play. And a regular window one. It's just the pistols with the save them for and an MP9 for the CT side, of course, so nothing too substantial. Still could make life a bit more difficult. Star players did get a quick boost up the B apartments, and he's not seen anything yet. This allows him to stay a little bit more mobile. Now, bad news, the bomb could be going back towards B and he doesn't really know of it. We'll get a boost in towards short, it feels like.
Top players isn't going to be given any information for this, so... And no information is good information. It means that the 5.7s and the MP9s can feel a little bit more comfortable trying to go for more information. Double swing out, this is exactly what they needed, but it still leaves Dima to do a lot of it here in the B bomb side, and Dima's got the opportunity, finds himself that first D kill, was hoping for 2, but Deutsche is there to trade. This is already a good round, bringing it back to a 2 versus 2. Maybe there's more to be found over here. Double AKs for the CTs, no kits, no matter. Lack of armor is really what disturbs them more than anything else. ragga would still love to even get 1 kill. That'd be enough. The double Molotov is what scares me.
Seen him.
But one of them's already been used. Deutsche back over and out to bench.
Oh,
He's
no.
putting himself in a headshot angle versus players who are not armored in the case of ragga, and lower economy regardless. Molotov will buy them the space they need to be able to finish off this round, and HYPERSPIRIT, despite doing good damage and saving their 2 AKs, they'll have to take back the emotional win, not the actual one.
Yeah, but this is still a good outcome for the CT side, right? You're going into this one with an M4 and an MP9 and a bunch of pistols. You're getting out of it with 4 kills and 2 AKs. It's not the worst possible half-buy/eco in the world. It was a good mid-crunch. 1 smoke or 1 defuse kit and that round would have been on, but with the Molotov it was basically done. Still pretty close, but this is much better out of Drama. We've seen a couple nice shots out of Mivu, out of Deutsche. Choiv as well putting up good numbers. It feels like everyone is tuning in. Androx was the one to win the round with the Molly as well. Seeing impact from all sides.
Drama are going to be leaving a lot of their responsibilities between Miro and Choiv in this round. Though it's, I mean, it's a very awkward place for the AWP to be. Doesn't feel like the recommended course of action at all. Good grenade onto Miro certainly helps. As he clears out an angle that does not exist over here, at least as far as CT presence is concerned. Good kill for star players. HYPERSPIRIT will give themselves an advantage, and with the bomb all the way back close to T-spawn, ragga's extra frag will make that advantage all the more realistic. You already see Deutsche feeling like he has to run back. That leaves the T's remaining isolated on either side, but he was coming in from behind. He's going to get another freebie. This is going to be a B-bomb site that Nopsy has to hold down, and he's doing so swimmingly well. And now with the threat of Miwo, Adchun can't rotate. ragga looks for a kill onto a bomb carrier that he's not going to be able to find as he comes through the apartments. ragga certainly had the opportunity to drop down the bomb before it made its way over, but with Deutsche finishing him off, what was going to be a potential comfortable round from HYPERSPIRIT ends up being Miwo's success.
HYPERSPIRIT looked a little bit checked out when you compare it to the first map, don't they? I mean, they get
A
the
little
opening
bit.
kill into a short, then suddenly, for whatever reason, they decide, hey, let's just rotate more people away from that B bomb side. B player leaves, star players comes back, and all of this is happening with both of them running, by the way. So it was very easy for Nopsy to just follow where star players is and where the other guy is. Being very noisy moving around. And drawn.
Terrorists win.
Oh my god. He will survive. Oh god. Right. Does hold on.
Feels like some good fortune is there for sure. Whether it matters is a separate conversation. ragga, an op given over to him once again. We need to see that Dust2 ragga form coming out for at least a couple of rounds. I wouldn't expect him to be able to sustain it across the entirety of 2 maps, but man, we need something. Drama want to go for maybe a little bit more presence out towards A this time. Dwight's hunting for a kill that he's not going to be given an opportunity to access. Dima is going for a closer peek in through A main, and if Atron can help him out with a flashbang, that could be a very fortuitous venture. Meanwhile, ragga's found me. Well, that push forward, that aggression, that sort of X factor that he was bringing through on Dust2 now will perhaps start to transfer over into Mirage as well. Dima, forced away with the double Molotov, will be able to reset back down underneath the Palace Flames if he'd like to, and that's exactly what he goes for. Back through, will Nopsy be expecting this? A good flashbang to help him take the peak, but Nopsy moves back in the smoke. It's the grenade that finishes him off, and in a 3 versus 4, Drama remove themselves from that A-bomb site.
Palace player is still there, though. Andrix is waiting for something. Adron has to be careful. It feels too risky to just go up the ladder right now. Could be offering his life away. Mid presence. Bomb is still going. Palace, that's a nice find out of Choiv. Adron does not move towards underneath Palace, though, and this might be one of the positions you're not ready for. And they're regathering. Going A once again. Adron is in a very tough spot. He's all alone. Are they all ignoring Ram? They're gonna go 3 out of Palace?
And they're even trying to walk out. I mean, Adron's going to have every
Oh my god.
inkling of what's going on, but the problem is he's expecting it to be a late push coming in through A main. He's not expecting it to be a double, triple up in Palace. Top layers now gets that call out. Will let ragga know that is needed on the AWP. ragga finds Deutzer, but Deutzer's done his job and more. Choiv, now his responsibility is straightforward. You've got no utility, nothing else. You need to be able to bait out the shot from ragga one way or another. That's exactly what he's trying to go for. Tap out on the bomb. ragga, very patient, waits and delivers. HYPERSPIRIT find their first round on the back of some great kills from ragga on that retake.
Yeah, that was massive out of ragga there with the ult. I like the call out of Choiv, though. He did everything he could to make this round as flabbergasting and bamboozling for Andrix to try and understand. First, you go for the A-pop. They stop you right on your tracks. Palace player stays. You go out middle. You get a kill into the connector player. Then you go back and all 3 of you just walk out of Palace. They did give themselves an opportunity. And now they're just swinging middle. No flashes out of the CTs from the A side. Bit of an oversight maybe. They do get the refrag thanks to Choker now in towards middle. Mivu go down, and they are putting a lot of pressure. This is just deathmatch. There's fights happening all over the place. The bomb is stuck in middle. Star players knows. Does he?
I mean, he has...
Yep.
Oh, that's insane.
God.
What a shot. Nopsy did not expect it at all. Oh, Choi's been given a freebie in the meanwhile, and it's going to be a bomb that can make its way back over to the B bomb site. Stop players. Even if you've got one crazy shot, you need another one Dripping with insanity where that came from. Star players pushing forward, very fast out through. Back into jungle. No choice but to push, and he could catch Choiv off guard. Choiv, off angle is good, off angle's great, and Star players just cannot expect it. Choiv will bring it back with a quick double in the 1v2.
That's a massive round out of Choiv. The in-game leader stepping up when it matters the most, and he's able to isolate these fights. Shokered out, given away by the gun barrel. Caught off guard, Star players wasn't ready for the off angle. He's playing this one with so much confidence, Choiv. He really has been the pillar of this Drama esports team. Feels like now you understand why they wanted to start on the T side of Mirage. The Serbians have finally joined the server, and it doesn't really feel as easy for HYPERSPIRIT as it was just a map ago.
Certainly not.
Star players is alone, but he's got a smoke. And now he's not alone anymore. This is tricky.
Jump down over here, Dima. 1, 2. Oh, he needed a second over there as well if the HYPERSPIRIT wanted a better chance of this. But Deutsel doesn't clock in that Chicardo's still nearby and around with 3 players now for the CTs that are ready and waiting. The bomb on the ground. It needs to be a kill from Andrix to step up and find the bomb. Choiv left in another clutch, and this seems a lot less likely than the previous round did. No consecutive 1v1s that you can take in a situation like this. A double swing inevitable, but no. Maybe mistakes can still be made. A smoke at his feet. Silence coming out from him. Trying to duck out behind the van. He will not spot Adrian from the corner of his eye. It is a second round for HYPERSPIRIT.
Yeah, that was a much needed response coming out of the Romanians, wasn't it? If that B-pop works out, this is just a bully call out of Choiv, and I like it. Money on the CT side is not too high after the previous one. You know, they will most likely still try and go for it, though. He tries to just completely shut them down. Good work out of the MP9, out of the FAMAS. I think this is one of the situations where even in a 4v5, you can call it off. They were stuck in a tough spot. It was so early in the round. They still had a lot of util. They had the rifles. They could have backed off from the apartments, I think. They could have reset. They had plenty of time to try and retake some map control, but decided to go all in. Didn't pan out in the end. A lot of it comes down to the fact that they weren't ready for the backside player as well.
A chance of A still for HYPERSPIRIT to recover. Drama don't want to let that happen. They have a game plan coming out into this. And it might be simple, it might be straightforward, it might just be one player throwing out all of the smokes. But maybe it's enough. Smoke number 1. Deutz up. 2. It's going to be so much utility used out towards the safe bomb side. The CTs are inevitably going to start to make their way over. But they want just a ditch more information. They want just a little bit more surety and security, but no. That should be around reset if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, double DC.
No one's taken damage just quite yet.
Luckily for them. It's a bit unfortunate for the T's because they did throw the A utility, right? So it kind of gives away what they wanted to do in the round. But it still has to get reset, I presume. Hopefully everything's going to be alright with Dima and Chokradao. Hopefully it's not a shared issue that they're experiencing.
What's your favorite Shakira song, Ted, since you brought it up with me?
What's my favorite Shakira song?
Yeah.
I think there's a couple.
Okay.
I'd say La Tortura, probably.
You just said something that's La Tortura.
Yeah, La Tortura.
Shakira.
Yeah.
See, the problem is any song that I Google by Shakira, I just feel like, oh, dude, I should not have this open. Whenever the thumbnail pops up, it's just like, I'm on broadcast.
Yeah. It is, especially the one with Rihanna. Can't remember to
Yes,
forget you.
I am well aware of that one. Yes.
Well, you know what? Since we're talking about a Romanian and a Serbian team, we're not gonna talk about Shakira. We're gonna.
Okay.
I will let you know that there is some very, very beautiful Serbian music that you can check out if you want to.
Fantastic. Just what I needed.
So, what I would recommend, as you are, not into it too much, but I would
Actually,
give you
you know what,
a
Ted? I'm
classic.
going to interrupt you to tell you a story, and I don't know if I told you this, but this was when we were both in Serbia together.
Sure.
All right, and this might be fun for people. We obviously did an event back in 2024 together in Serbia. And while I was in Serbia, so I was not. So the West, for context, everyone, the memes from the West generally take a little bit of time to come to the East, and vice versa. I know this is true. So while I was in Serbia, I thought I was like having an actual practical joke played on me, or I was going crazy. I thought it was one or the other, because everywhere I went, Serbian women of my age who were sort of around me, even in the street at like 1 a.m. in the morning, I would just randomly hear them all burst into song in like synchronized notes that they're very clearly managing your tone match and pitch match as well. And I was getting so creeped out because all that they were singing again and again, and I didn't know this was a meme back then, and I genuinely had to go back and have a conversation with Michael, and Michael explained it to me because I was getting creeped out. I was like, I just go around and I just hear out of the corner of my ears, meow, 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 meow.
Oh my god.
And I was getting
No, this is not where I was
destroyed in
going
my
with
mental
this.
health.
I was gonna recommend you some Milikitic.
I know, but
he's
I
a very
just-
legendary and emblematic Serbian singer.
I will look this up, but I did just remember this from Serbian singing because everywhere I went in Serbia, I just heard women singing this, and I didn't realize it's just a meme.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that was the technical timeout. Thank you for being part of our maintenance. Yeah, we're back on the server. HYPERSPIRIT had just won a round, and Drama are forced to kind of change the plan that they had with the A-pop from the previous round because of the reset. But thankfully, Chokardao and Dim are right back at it, and we can keep things going. A bit of mid control. Bomb still in towards the B apartment, so they might try and get one player boosted in towards window and then double down into somewhat of a B split. Would be my wild guess.
That sounds pretty wild. Dima, however, doesn't like the wilderness over here, and he's been left out to dry in it. Star player is good for one, looks for more, will collect. This man is
Joyf
an
can't
anchor.
go. Joyf's alone. Even with that kill from Mantrix, they need to go back, but Joyf could get caught off guard by the short players.
This is troublesome. There's a world where it's better to just move back over, up through middle.
Oh, no.
No, that's the worst possible plotting possible. Ricardo boosted up. They cannot make the bomb journey over. Star players is gone. Ricardo, that's not permissible in the slightest. It is whiffs on whiffs on whiffs. HYPERSPIRIT, where has that form gone? Even Drama is giggling away as they realize they've gotten away with murder.
Of course they're laughing. They should have lost that round. They definitely should have lost that round after Star Players gets the second kill. Chokardow's had a lot of issues to start hitting his shots, and it's the usual ones that he usually does. Yeah. That was pretty funny. Joyf is just trapped bottom connector. He's like, well, I can't go up con. I can't throw you the bomb. I can't go in towards window. You could just see the thought process.
Molotov before Star players away. He's good for one. Maybe another double kill to come through. Ragga steals it. And with the B bomb site being breached by the T's, despite it being at a heavy blood cost, Andrix.
Wow.
Andrix is in position to punish.
That was tricky. That was a very risky play out of Andrix, because he did hear the kitchen player, but he was not looking towards his right. If he does get taken down by the Deagle, this round is over.
Round still very much over here for the D side. Nopsy wants to go out for the early peak. Ragga traded, finally put down. Remember, there's only Kevlar on one of these players. That is star players. And well, that Kevlar will not help with the headshot. Chicardo, 1v1. And the bomb ticking away, that 10-second marker has been alerted. He knows he can no longer win this round.
All right. 8 T-side rounds on Mirage for Drama. I'm struggling to understand how this is possible, by the way. This is two completely different maps. The map pick of Drama goes one-sidedly in favor of HYPERSPIRIT, and then the map pick of HYPERSPIRIT just gets dominated by Drama. This is some good old school Balkan Counter-Strike logic right there, but I'm loving it. And Drama have really bounced back into this one. And I won't lie to you, I would have been disappointed if what we did see on Dust2 was the level of the team, because I do believe in this players a lot more than what we did see on that first map.
Yeah.
I mean, even without Vladen, I still think there is some skill on this lineup.
And they're putting it to display right now, man.
Yeah.
Nopsy's had a much better performance coming out in the Mirage. Maybe some of those nerves have been calmed down. Coming out of Dust2, realizes that, hey man, like honestly, they've got 100 HP, I've got 100 HP. My AK does just as much damage as theirs does.
Ooh, there's the reflash. They must have heard out. Joff is gonna get mollied out. We gotta be careful. He's looking for a gap. He's found one towards the back of the box, and Deutzer now is gonna get tested. Frag, bomb drop. This is an issue.
It's a big one, but also at the same time, the CTs, this is going to be a lot to keep this map control. If they lose the CT player in A, Nopsy now makes his way over. There's still a crossfire being set up, but Drama's got plenty of time to take their time. Nopsy, a flash overhead, wants to peek again, goes by the side, spots out the elbow, and Chicardo will elbow him in his face instead. Miwo is looking for a room back in middle, but Dima is not going to be giving up this bomb easily at all. This is a 1 versus 1 in a full advantage position for Dima, who has the AK as well. No trigger discipline, nothing of the sort. It doesn't matter if he trades it out. 1 versus 2 in star players.
It looked like he lagged out a little bit, Mivu, by the way. I'm not sure if that was the case, but there was a lot of angles around him where CT could have been, and he wasn't really, you know, into thinking about it. Might have just thought that the third player would be somewhere nearby the remaining. They would be playing a little bit deeper in towards middle, not that close. Third round on the board. Even if they do get 4 rounds, I think this could be a very difficult, or it should be a very difficult way back, but we will see.
As well, HYPERSPIRIT.
Virtual fist bumps. We've just hit, I think, 9 hours and 35 minutes on the broadcast.
There you go.
Bang.
Why does your virtual fist bump feel so painful? Did you just punch me virtually?
I'm sorry.
That's kind of rude, dude.
That's how we show affection.
Never have I been happier not to be loved by the Bulgarians.
A-pop coming out. Bomb alone in Palace. Bomb walk, jumping out. Crocodile's ready for more. Gets the first one. They're just waiting for the smoke to fade away, but Crocodile's so locked in. Surely he gets one more. There they go. There goes the second. Refragging coming out. A 2v5 into a 2v2. Now a 2v1. Nopsy with an opportunity to shine.
He's 12-6. He's been doing plenty of shining. Right now, he'd maybe just like to have an opportunity to chill out and lay back. And they will be able to spot out the fact that Nopsy's made that transfer over closer to CT. Had the advantage, but star players is able to keep his life and keep HYPERSPIRIT still in this game. 4-8. It's not pretty, but you can work with it. 3 USBs and a couple of dualies out for Drama. They want to seal the deal over here on the B bomb site. HYPERSPIRIT are sticking to Ye Old Faithful. Boys, smoke window, get out a couple of flashes and hit that B bomb site. Choiv is hitting back. These dualies don't stop shooting. Back to back to back, and Miwo coming in to try and feature as an afterpiece in the frag movie. The Choiv is putting up. Nobsy and Deutza will make sure that that round is secured.
This is another massive round out of Choiv. He's just been so detrimental for the comeback, for their success in the series. What a triple kill from the IGL. A standout performance. Not only the in-game leader, but the most experienced player on this side of the server. 12 and 8 now. Nearly top fragging alongside Nobsy. And no bomb plant meaning no party for the HYPERSPIRIT gang. So we should be looking at a 4-10. And from this point on, the third and final map evention feels a lot more inevitable. Drama really are here to play after all.
Feels like it the way they're cleaning up these anti-ecos. There's value in abandoning your MP9s over here and just reinvesting. Don't go for the bonus round. Let this be a round where you just try to get 11 one way or another.
All right. First buy round for HYPERSPIRIT on that T side. Could be the last one as well. This is the one they need. You want to be on this map. You want to have an opportunity. You have to make it work here on Mirage. On the T side. Round 15. Drone.
Nobsy
Has spotted Nobsy, but it's just the Molotov. Defensive smoke deployed. Ragga will try and take some space and will lose his life. Refrag is there courtesy of Choker Down. When the B split is in order, it's a fairly silent one as well. Ooh.
Ashman finding 12 over here is big. HYPERSPIRIT can start to move back in, and Nobsy's not got a chance here to double up. The CTs really should be thinking about saving, but the problem is all they have is MP9s. These are the exact weapons you want to put down on the funeral pyre of sacrifice.
Do they want to try a late defuse? That's what it feels like, or at least they're playing for the exit frags. Is the two, yeah, they're playing for exits. It's the two MP9s. They know damage is very valuable.
It certainly is with the way the money is for HYPERSPIRIT.
Important find though. M4
Right.
saved the night. Andrix doesn't have another rifle nearby, so they have lost all the rifles they did have, Drama, but this was just a bit of a bonus. Not quite the full on-in rodeo. Issue is, Andrix doesn't actually... $100 more and he would have been able to drop over an AWP to Deutza. Now, the youngster could still get one out, but this is if he wants to go for the glass cannon. And he will. Oh no, never mind. Someone did have the money to give him an AWP.
Okay.
Apparently it was Andrix, because he's left with $0. Oh yeah, he did receive the money for the kills at the start of the round. Okay.
Yes, of course. Can't forget it. Deutza puts that up to good use as well. Drama are getting closer and closer towards winning ways over here. Deutza, re-peek is perfect. That is looking very good. 5 on 3, and Deutza is ready to make it 2. If he can land any more of these ridiculous shots, then HYPERSPIRIT just be disheartened out of playing this last few rounds. Ragga doesn't believe in being disheartened. But he does believe in AWPs, and Deutsche on the other side is doing a damn good job with it.
That's a massive round out of Deutsche. This is what you wanted to see out of the youngster. XG2 Ares player stepping it up with a big green in hand. Very proactive as well, getting that opening pick in towards short, running all the way back towards the card to go for the B-Apps pick and get that quick scope. Probably, if you were to get excited about one player on this team that you didn't know beforehand or is a little bit younger, should be Deutsche.
Yeah.
Although we've seen some good stuff out of Nopsy and Mivu as well.
And even Troy's had his moments, but maybe just lacking some of that youth that makes players more exciting. Deutsche, Mivu, and Rix, it feels like it's a team affair, and Drama are very much a well put together machine right now.
Yeah, they really are. And this should be curtains. It should be Dima going down any moment now as well. What can you really do? You can't do much. Dima's already been spotted. Low HP. Choiv doesn't even want to give him the fight. Not even in a 4v1. Oh, he'll do it eventually. And claim his soul. 12-5. Drama have really come back into this one in a spectacular fashion.
This could not have been on anyone's bingo cards. This could be a series reversal, 13-5 situation, and on paper it should be. HYPERSPIRIT are not looking like the same team, but more importantly, Drama isn't looking like the same team. They're looking like a far better version. I don't even know if I'd call them version. It's an entire expansion back coming through the way they've been adding depth to their sides. Miwo with a strong start has got 2 where that came from, and maybe even 3. Sure, third kill doesn't get fully collected, but Star Players, it feels like he's a dead man walking anyway.
It really does feel so, doesn't it? Deutsche shows down ragga, and this is just another one, another part of the dominoes that HYPERSPIRIT has been on this Mirage so far. There's just 2 of them left, Joker now and Star Players. Just throw in the towel already. This has been an absolute knockout, this entire Mirage. Not even close. And they are taking their time with the retake. They want to make sure this is where the ending comes over. Joker now hesitant, doesn't really know what angle to take. Double smokes on the bomb. Spam comes in, they're just sticking it. They can't find him, can't get the kill. And this will be 13. Drama Esports answer back, and they answer back in style.
And the idea that they're able to get that reversal over here, it's everything being reversed, right? You look out towards map number 1, ragga is looking like a dominant AWP. You look out towards map number 2, it's Deutsche, who we keep on discussing again and again, putting up these numbers. You're looking at what Miwo's been able to offer in a couple of these crucial moments. It's going to be more,
I guess, change in between maps 1 and 2, because I feel like Choif was all pretty consistent all and through the game, right? It didn't really feel like even on Dust2 he had a lot of difficulties. He was stepping up with impact moments on both maps. Who were the people that we're hoping that will show the same things that they did on Mirage here on Ashley?
I mean, Deutsche has to be the player that you look out towards, right? He put up a ridiculous performance coming out into Mirage. Nopsy had some important moments as well, don't get me wrong, but I want that consistent opening presence over here for the CT side when Drama comes to the CT side. Nopsy, look, decent performances to be expected, but Deutsche and Miwo have to be the ones to step things up. But into the pistol round we go, and Drama hoping to go into the A-bomb site through Donut, perhaps.
Good block. Gotta go through the smoke eventually. Line up. Flash in. Doesn't go deep enough. And that will set up ragga for a multi-kill. He's able to claim just one. Another flash going high. Star Players connecting bullets, but not able to get a kill. Bomb still drop. Eventually we'll have to try and put the digits in. Another tap. Smokers are fading, making the situation a little bit less comfortable here for Drama. Just dancing around Choif, hoping his teammates will be able to deal with the Temple player as well. Headshot connects. Dima with one, Joker out with another, and now they know exactly where Deutsche is, and on 5 HP. It feels like it will be too much to ask off of the 20-year-old Serbian. He will try and fight something, but Joker out there to shut him down. So HYPERSPIRIT do get that first pistol round on the board. CT side, it was a little bit scrappy, but they get it over the line.
Yeah, that flashbang had it gone a little bit deeper, then maybe it could have been a different situation. Obviously, getting the double kill really makes it feel just impossible to find anything for them. .574 spy coming up from Drama. They've got an idea that maybe the mid side of the map is where they want to commit through, but with the Molotov already having been used for the T side, that's one way of guaranteeing that there's going to be a force spy coming out from the other side. Ragga's gone. And HYPERSPIRIT lose our victim number 1 to the force spy. That looks... well... that looks like a boon that's been given over to them for free. Dima probably not expected to take away both of those kills over there. Deutz reminds him of that. Trades it back to a 3 versus 3, but Drama have lost that advantage that they were so happy to get.
We did get a little bit of help from the best Serbian commentator.
Okay.
Shout out Svojke one time. Apparently, Deutsch's nickname is actually Deutsche.
So,
I was wrong.
was that what I was saying before?
No. But it's
I think
it's
it might have
Deutsche.
actually been.
Deutsche?
Yeah, I think I said Deutsche in the beginning.
All right, yeah. Then you were right. Then you're more Balkan than I am.
I always wanted to be.
Andrix will get a kill. Deutsche is still alive, not anymore, and Andrix is low, so he will get mowed down by the MP9. It's going to be a 2-0 force buy. It doesn't really net them anything, but it is still very early doors.
Tactical timeouts have been a slight problem for us today. It's already been a bit of a longer day, ladies and gentlemen, so we do apologize for maybe letting you guys mellow out a little bit more in some of these. Now, I need to figure out if that hand is the guy who's featured on the camera or the one or coming out from the player next to him.
All right. They have decided to force again, Moon.
On one end, you love to see it. On the other end, you really don't.
Well, either way, it means that this game is going quickly. Might be good news. And Rix leading the charge. Dima's there to stop him. Good counter. Yuto coming out of the CT side. And look at Joker already climbing in towards heaven. Even if they do get some of these refrags, there's going to be so many players around them in no time. And there's just Choib left. A 1v4 ace clutch needed. It's not going to happen. Shut down. Time for an eco/half by now.
See, force by in the last round, you get it. Doubling up twice over, you're relying so much on the element of surprise. That's why they have to speed things up as well. And the CT just had the right stack, they had the right read. HYPERSPIRIT were not letting this one go at all.
Ooh, a little bit of speed in towards mid. No, Mivu will be able to get that opener. Adron, very solid
nice
work. That's a round stabilizer. Right there.
That's what the A4 players are always dreaming about. Hey man, I'm gonna get a spray down on 2 players and still have enough bullets left in my magazine for 2 more. Deutz worse for wear after that shot through from... Sorry, yes,
Yeah.
gotta fix it.
No, we're
back to-
learning. Yeah, no, I need to as well. I've been calling him Deutsche my entire life.
Well, Star Players, next you're going to tell me his name's actually StarLadder.
No, I think that's Star Players.
Okay, phew. 4-0 for HYPERSPIRIT, as Drama will be unable to find really too much economic damage over here either. This is still precarious territory. Potentially, HYPERSPIRIT can end up losing out on the ability to buy should they lose 2 in a row. Drama, that's got to be their objective to come back into this game.
Yeah, you don't want another one-sided affair on the third map, like the first and the second were. Quite dominant. Very assertive in towards middle, HYPERSPIRIT. Don't really want to let Drama get that control. Double smoking towards middle makes it a little bit more difficult to actually break. And Adron will open things up. No one in position to refract. Nobsy will try and get some space in towards A though, and he will be successful. He's out the side. Oh, never mind. Not anymore. He's not there. Well, he still is, but not really moving.
Yeah. There's one way to make a home for yourself, and
it's
look,
not a
with
bad
the price
shout.
of land these days, yeah, it's not a bad shot at all.
No, it's because Adron is the A player. So that's why when you see him get a kill in towards middle, and obviously the op was not there, so it's still a bit of a chance, but you try and take the gap in towards A. They catch you right before you cross in towards Temple, which is unfortunate. And now you're hoping the op of Deutsche will provide something, and it does on the first.
Deutsche needs a lot more where that came from with the bomb on his back over here as well. The smoke will be here till that 20-second mark. And then you've got an incendiary to come through from behind. That incendiary is used preemptively. They're more worried about a push through A main. Numbers perhaps not expected to be accumulating in Dronehood. And when Star Players is able to take care of Red Room, then Hadron comes back over to the bomb site itself, playing default, or rather back default. Peek over here would have been necessary, but Miwo pushes out and about. Dima, not expected, will be able to take down the planter. The 2 kills will secure the round. No ability for Choiv to dial the digits. HYPERSPIRIT are going to be up 5-0.
I'm a little bit surprised seeing... I don't know what exactly happened there, but I'm surprised at seeing this player towards the back of the bomb side not looking at A main at all. If they realized that he wasn't looking at main and thought, well, does he think that someone's got it covered for him, right? That type of a vibe. And then you can potentially try and read towards the fact that there's someone towards the back of the bomb side. This is the kill we're talking about here. And then the Opera tries to jump back. Dima activates. That second kill is absolutely massive. Good effort out of Choi, but it was already a little bit too late. Looking a little bit nervous, Drama. This is definitely a bit familiar to Dust2. Closer rounds, but same result.
And eventually for Drama, that's going to be in the back of their mind. God, dude, we can't let Mirage be a flash in the pan. We worked so hard to get to 3. And 4 spies, half spies. Drama are continually putting themselves in precarious positions. Star Players reload through as he did, of course, reveal his position from earlier on. Adron, freebie found from a player pushing in through the smoke. Where there's one, there's the other. Self-flash comes out from his teammate, and as they will still come out into Donut, Miwo cannot chase past Adron. Star Players finds Shoiv in through that spamming position that he was looking for earlier on. And with Dima clearing out the rest of B, this is going to be a very difficult round for Drama to even try to come back in.
That's dangerous, because he got the kill and he went back on full W, so Choiv must have heard him on the dead cam. They might not be ready for Dima. Oh, Deutsche. Alright. He's low on HP, but he's got a rifle. You can drop that one over to Nobsy if you want to. Yeah. Yeah, he's in case, so you can't really do that.
Pretty much everyone over here for HYPERSPIRIT is starting to make their way back closer to B. Chicardo being the one exception, but even he's ready for a fast rotate if need be. They'll spot out the multiple sets of utility used. Resumption is straightforward. HE to pop open the smoke, and You're right back down to a 4 versus 2. Player inside the smoke is Nobsy. Coming in from behind, this Deagle could be relevant. That relevance, hard fought for. First kill, found out, but it's ragga's 5-7 that still fights back. Deutscher? I'm messing up on every angle. But maybe Deutscher can make sure that he doesn't know. ragga puts him down 6-0. HYPERSPIRIT continue their dominance.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky when we're trying to brainwash ourselves into send it in the correct way, and then he's left in such an intense situation. It was a good attempt. I'm surprised they lost track of the player inside of the smoke there. It was a good timing. Unfortunate stuff for Choiv as well, who was so patient towards Heaven. Nice shot out of ragga as well. Nobsy, if he does get that second kill, then suddenly the 2v4 is on. And Deutsche did give it his best. This is 6-0 HYPERSPIRIT. That wasn't the intended flash. Back to the guns here for the T side. Look at the way they've lined up in towards middle. HYPERSPIRIT won a fight mid later on, and this is going to start it off. Bomb spotted in towards Heaven. Gotta get out of dodge before the donut smoke fades away. Replenishing the one in towards red. Dima left alone in towards B, and Star Players has not seen anything. They should know this is a B hit. Oh,
They go down. They have to move through it over here. T's are just completely trapped in. Drama. Best looking round for them in quite a while, but now that they've run out of utility, this is going to be a lot more roadblocks where that came from. Bomb cannot be planted. Another incendiary used to prevent it. Flash overhead. ragga re-peaks. ragga's getting down on the disco. And he is feeling good about himself. Adrian even finishes things off with a quick little wall bang. HYPERSPIRIT untouched so far. A maiden start, 7-0 up.
It's just the Molotov towards the back of the plat. That's what forces the player, the planter out in the open. Choiv wanted to go for the double peek, but it all happened so quickly, and ragga was already out of dodge. And Choiv looks a little bit unhappy with what's happened. Thing is, even when you get mollied, you can just go back in towards blue, right? And you're not as exposed towards long. When you just swing towards the right hand side, the ramp player can't really help you as much. And that was, I guess, the issue. Or even in that type of a situation, if you do get mollied, unless you're getting spammed, sometimes if you're already planting the bomb, you can just stick it, even if you sacrifice yourself for the greater good. Not sure if they had a smoke on someone to try and help, but definitely something the IGL was not happy about. And it's 7-0. How does that happen now? That's I've not seen that type of a series in a long time, and Choiv going for the double tactical timeout. Apparently there's a lot to be said here. What type of an IGL would you be?
A bad one.
No, in terms of how you give feedback, you know, how you address being unhappy.
So I've actually IGL'd from the coach position for a little while.
Sure.
For like a couple of ESEA teams and everything. And my problem is, my assumption is always that, hey, you guys are just doing things wrong. That's why we're losing the round. Like maybe even the call is wrong, but we are not inherently worse than the other team. Sure. And sometimes like the inability to accept that made me very frustrated.
Okay.
And that made like my calls worse and everything. Like there's an art to accepting you're a worse team. And right now, Drama is perhaps mastering that art too well. Maybe it's time to rear their heads up high and fight back stronger. Dima, wow. He doesn't want to let that be a real option.
They're just getting destroyed right now. It's not even funny. Not even close in this round at least. And at least some of the previous ones were a bit more competitive. This one, well, has suddenly turned competitive. Adron is in towards middle and we'll be able to get the first from inside the flames. Deutsche comes around, a 2v5, and he's got a 1v2 clutch to try and pull off. There's no way. Are they just going through the smoke? Oh my god.
That's just a different level of confidence coming through over here. Dima
It's a different level of
moves
crazy.
out through the smoke, no scopes him down, and finds them the 8th round.
Yeah, so it's not like HYPERSPIRIT are not giving chances. Even that entire stance in towards cave was a little bit uncomfortable, a bit forced. A 2v5 that nearly gets out of control. It is very expensive, so it's a nice try for Drama in all reality. They do need the rounds, though. Considering it's a half buy, it's not a bad result. Considering the entire, you know, scale and prospect of this entire matchup, and especially this map, the bigger picture, doesn't really help you that much. And that's not helping either. Double opener in towards middle. They are getting absolutely demolished. And somehow they have a bomb site.
Somehow they have a bomb site might be the best way to summarize this round, I suppose. But the CTs don't want to let that be the end of the round. Star Players is always going to be ready to try and threaten out a push through from behind. He'll have to deal with Andrix, but that's something that he's been happy to do before. Andrix has not been having the best of games, 2-8.
All right, flash me long. I want to peek. Ragga does give in. Crocodile still here though. They might not be ready for it. Goes the flash, and it's not perfect. Missed shot out of Deutsche, and it might be time to hightail it back. Cave player is gonna hear all of this though. He's not gonna catch the bomb. Could have done it. Deutsche goes for the reface. Ooh, if he does get the kill, that's a massive play. But the moment that he dies, this round is over.
Yeah, Andrix has been spotted out, even cops a bullet for his troubles. Chicardo doesn't care about whether you're sending over grenades his way or not. He just has to make sure you're not going to be going back over to Red Room and through. Andrix, I mean, chancing a cross over here. Star Players is full HP. You don't have any advantage versus the M4 when you're already low as well. It's 9-0 from HYPERSPIRIT.
Star Players is so sharp. He has been so sharp today. Deutsche is still laughing about it. He's got a smile on his face. I guess it's good to see that they're not, you know, fully frustrated, but it has been a tough third and final map. If you're just joining in, this is our last game of the day here at the Lorgar Rankings Closed Qualifier, brought to you by Lorgar. Of course, ready to play, because Lorgar can make you ready to play. No matter what you play, they can get you hooked up with all you need. And map 1 was a 13-5 in favor of HYPERSPIRIT. Map 2 was a 13-5 in favor of Drama. Map 3, so far, a 9-0 in favor of the Romanians once again. The winner of this one is going to be playing in the winners matchup in Group D, which is going to, of course, take place tomorrow. And the loser will be playing in the losers matchup on, yeah, also tomorrow. It says today for me, by the way, on HLTV, because it's already past, you know.
It's almost 4 a.m. for me, Ted. I don't think we want to get into that conversation.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's fair.
Chicago has been traded, but Adrian is here to try and do the same. Troy will prevent them from having too much control out in A. Drama's hoping to find their first round win over here, and with the fact that the CTs have rotated so far and away, this is going to be a real good chance to make this a B-side hit to completion.
Yeah, they know Troy is doing towards middle. They can just let the Donald player deal with him, I guess. Focus on the 2v3 at hand, but Troy's playing this one very smart. He's not even risking the cross up and towards red, or up and towards heaven, sorry. Ragga will have to try and clear him out. And now he's seen him. Flash comes in. It actually does blind Troy, and Ragga will get the kill. Should still be an impossible round to pull off. Unless they let Ragga get that no-scope. I could see it coming. But Star Players got on the kill. They've tapped the bomb. Andrix needs to go for peek and get a kill. They've lost the other one. There's no way. There's no way. You can't let this one slip. Time is running out, and Andrix steps it up. And finally, someone goes huge for Drama.
The idea that you need Popeye to pop out and eat his spinach for that round? Andrix is not supposed to have to clutch things out 1 versus 2 there. I don't know what I can even say. Drama, in the round that they win, the one round they've won, it's one of the weakest looks they've had.
It is very tough. Tactical timeout out of HYPERSPIRIT is interesting. Apparently, they want to make sure they just get an 11-1 and don't let them back into the game.
Ragga is the man who will be contested over here on the FACEIT. Shoaib sends out a deep smoke out in the middle. Ragga, good for number one, and repeats back out over. Of course he does. Doesn't find kill number two, but Dima is going to be nearby. Chicardo's death is going to be at least something to spur them on. Miwo, however, cannot make that cross soon with a bomb on the ground. Shoaib is the only option they have of trying to recover it. Not a great option at all when he's all alone versus four players. Dink up as well, 10-1. HYPERSPIRIT want to replicate that Dust2 first half scoreline.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. 11-1 might be coming up. Another one of these. We had it on the CT side of Dust. Might see it on the CT side of Ancient as well. Right on the back of a tactical timeout. You get 10 rounds, 11. This is probably going to be game over. I guess if you are Drama, you know that you were able to do something good in the game. Just got to figure out how to do it on multiple maps.
Oh.
And now they've heard the steps. They know it's an A play. Drawn.
Doesn't read the
Indecisive.
Doesn't read the pace just quite right. Chicardo comes in from behind, pushes forward. Now with the 5-7 at hand, wants to find Deutsche as well. And Deutsche will end up going down to Dima instead. 11-1 seems inevitable. Shoaib at least has a chance over here in the 1v3 because of the bomb being on his back and an AWP that he has managed to sniff out. With the long-range duel back into the donut is going to be the real problem. Star players will not bow down. 11-1 once again. And HYPERSPIRIT want to make sure this is even better than a 13-5.
It's much better. It could be. Definitely a conversation to be had about what exactly happened on that Mirage, but Dust2 and Ancient, they've been pristine.
Push out middle from Drama. They feel desperate right now, but desperation is looking like it might have a certain charm about it. Push through from the side. Andrix is already trying to play out from short. Andrix loses his life, but it's a trade. 1-for-1. Smoke down. CT is crossing. Lots of damage dealt by Adron. Bomb can be planted. And in this 2 versus 3, Miwa and Shoaib are going to be the weak links. Star players manages to get 2 big ones. HYPERSPIRIT are not going to let go of this second pistol.
Yeah, you're not even celebrating at this point. You're just like, well, let's go for the next one, boys. This one is already over and we know it.
He's starting things off with hope to finish this quickly. 1-for-1. Dima almost shoots into the legs of Deutsche inside the red room smoke. He's really expecting a player to be sitting there. And he's right. Deutsche pushes through the smoke, or rather nestles himself inside of it. Adron back in A main. Troy plays elevation in the site itself. The CTs have abandoned B, but does HYPERSPIRIT suss it out?
Not as of right now. This will give them an opportunity. You've got the MP9 boosted. Deutsche re-aggresses, catches a bit of a timing. Star players will shoot him down. Do they deal with Choi? Answer is yes. Instant headshot out of ragga. One more player towards the back of default. It's going to be Andrix on the 5-7.
Star players needs to start making his way over. Eventually, this 5-7 could be incredibly deadly. Andrix will show them exactly how. Picks up the Galil, but loses his life. The wallbang will do the job now. 1 versus 1 on the bomb site itself. Adron pulls up the gun. It's 13-1. HYPERSPIRIT looking untouchable. Coming out into map number 3. Mirage might have been a blip on the radar, but this radar is saying clean skies through as HYPERSPIRIT sail forward in that upper bracket for Group B.
They sail forward. They will be playing against Astral tomorrow. It was a very weird game, all things considered. I